the ferocious wildfires that ravaged the Hawaiian island of Maui have killed at least 53 persons, but hundreds remain missing. President Joe Biden has declared the wildfire a major disaster as mass evacuation is underway on the island.
The ferocious Maui wildfires began on Tuesday night when 3 blazes broke out in Maui, cutting off the western side of the island. The catastrophic fires has turned neighborhoods into barren wastelands and destroyed more than 1,000 structures. After a tour of Lahaina, Governor Josh Green described the fire as catastrophic and likely the state's largest ever natural disaster.
What we saw was the utter devastation of Lahaina. We walked from end to end today as a team, Mayor Bisson for the county, Senator Schatz at the federal level, and myself, plus all of our teams. And what we saw was likely the largest natural disaster in Hawaii state history. You'll recall in 1960, we had 1 year into statehood, a tsunami that hit and took 61 lives on the Big Island. We are seeing loss of life here. As you know, the number has been rising and we will continue to see loss of life, but we have extraordinary professionals working on this job.
Search and rescue crews have continued mass evacuation efforts and desperate searches for survivors as displaced residents try to come to terms with what appears to be a widespread destruction.
I'm a little worried because I have a 4-month-old and a 2-year-old. I have dogs and just the essentials for everybody, and I just hope everybody out there is doing well.
As my other half of them's family is, they lost everything. Everybody lost everything. We don't know how to feel. I don't know how you guys supposed to feel.
What do you guys need right now?
Food, gas, water, anything, clothes. Get people out here, no more nothing. They no more fam, they no more clothes, they no more nothing out here. They need stuff out here. Supplies, hygiene, who knows? Anything can help.
The U.S. President Joe Biden has approved a disaster declaration for Maui, which will allow federal aid to be used to help local recovery efforts for areas affected by the wildfires.
Before I begin, I want to say a word about the devastating wildfires that have claimed at least 36 lives in Maui and Hawaii. We have just approved a major disaster declaration for Hawaii, which will get aid into the hands of the people desperately needing help now. They've lost, anyone who's lost a loved one whose home has been damaged or destroyed is going to get help immediately. And I've directed that we surge support to these brave firefighters and first responders and emergency personnel working around the clock there, risking their lives. I just got off the phone before I got here for a long conversation with Governor Josh Green this morning and let him know I'm going to make sure the state has everything it needs from the federal government to recover.
The president pledged the federal response will ensure anyone whose residents try to come to terms with what appears to be a widespread destruction.